When I was just starting out with my Zettelkasten, I was very anxious that I was about to dedicate a lot of energy and time to a system that simply wouldn't work, or it wouldn't be worth the effort. I really wanted to see the Zettelkasten in action, to see an example of someone actually writing something based out of their slip box, but I struggled to find many examples online. The purpose of this video is to demonstrate how fast and easy it is to write content using the Zettelkasten. I've intentionally chosen a topic that is not exactly straightforward to write about. Maybe I want to write a blog post about the benefits of difficulty or certain types of pain, so I go to my index note database and quickly search for pain. It took me approximately 6 minutes to collect the notes I needed, perhaps 2 or 3 minutes more to formulate a vague narrative arc for the piece, and another 3 minutes to rearrange the notes to fit the arc and flow more naturally into one another. For the sake of this video, I have included the majority of the footage for my note seeking and rearranging, so you can clearly see the several ways I find notes. It is a little long and you absolutely don't need to watch all of it, but I hope it is very clear that once the notes are collected and rearranged, the writing of a piece is often reduced to some editing, smoothing, and maybe an original introduction and conclusion. Now, you see here, these are clearly some of my earlier Zettels, and I can tell because the citations are sloppy. Originally, I put my citations at the bottom of the note and freely wrote the idea in the body without in-text citations. I would strongly recommend you not do this because it makes the writing process a lot easier if all the citations are perfectly set and ready to go for each individual sentence within a note. Not every sentence or word from a Zettel will appear in the final product, and if my citation is this vague, the whole note came from this page in this book, then I have a little bit more work to do on the writing end when I'm moving sentences around. Additionally, notes are not immutable, they change. Literature notes become permanent notes, different pieces of different notes combine into something entirely new. Sometimes I look at an old note and realize it's actually 2 ideas instead of 1, so I need to divide it. And all of these little changes are made quite a bit easier if the citations are in text from the beginning. So what am I doing right now? I've started the search in my index note database, found one index note which gave me several specific notes to start looking at. Some of them I've liked, some of them I don't even feel the need to open based on their title. Inside some of my notes, I have linked other ideas, which I am using as a way to explore related notes. Keep in mind that this project of mine is very open-ended. I have honestly no idea where I am going with this benefits of pain or discomfort piece I'm writing. Honestly, right now I am looking for notes that are clearly related, capture my curiosity, or add depth to the ones I've already collected. Some notes use very large or technical words that need defining, and these notes often have the word linked within the sentences like a Wikipedia page, so I can throw in those definitions as well. A tip for this stage when you're doing all of this jumping around between notes, if you have a Mac, then you can use the keyboard shortcut Command and open square bracket to go back a page in Notion. Now, the last way I found 1 or 2 essential notes was in the rearranging process. This is a distinguishing quality unique to the Zettelkasten method, where observing old notes in a new arrangement gives rise to new ideas. In this example, the particular arrangement of notes on pain made me think about something I had read about gratitude, and that led me to the idea of attention directing. Putting the pieces together, they seem to fit seamlessly, but before this project, none of these notes had any connection. So here is my rearranged note draft. For the sake of this video, I am not going to go through the effort of fixing the citations, and in fact, I have made a copy of the script and removed the clunky citations for easier reading. There are a few notes I have written regarding my internal thought process and where I think the paper should head at certain points, but there is essentially no original writing in this piece. And the crazy thing is, it actually flows pretty well already. Now, it might take me an hour or two to clean this up enough to be happy about posting it online somewhere, especially given the citation issues from my earlier Zettels. But having graduated college, where I needed to write many research papers, creating a final product like this in 2 hours would have been unheard of for me. Writing a rough draft like this in about 12 minutes without a Zettelkasten would have been completely impossible. If you are considering starting your own Zettelkasten, I hope this has encouraged you and tangibly shown you that it is not a fruitless endeavor. Though I am recording my voice over this video, none of the footage was scripted. I didn't go looking around my slip box for a topic that I knew I could collect a lot of notes on. This is an honest example of how I actually use my Zettelkasten.